even though you are out in the fields, you should have a nice glass, because if not, it's only you're only thirsty.
Welcome to the Italian Wine Podcast Lockdown series. Every Monday we'll be connecting with Italian wine people. Join us to find out what they're doing and drinking today. This podcast is brought to you by Colangelo & Partners, the leading fine wine and spirits agency in the US. Visit Colangelo & Partners on www.colangelopr.com.
Hello, everyone. This is Italian Wine Podcast Lockdown Series with Italian wine people. I'm Michelle Erland, and I am super excited to be here with Lamberto Frescobaldi. Ciao, Lamberto.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
But I must say, it couldn't be better here in Nipozzano. Vineyards around me, animals that we have at the property. There are better times, but this is not so bad, isn't it?
So, well, how's your team doing? Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm at Nipozzano, that is half an hour east of Florence. It's one of our oldest estate, where we have a lot of vineyards and also nice animals that we are breeding. These behind us this is a black Angus and a red Angus, but also we have some other local breeds like the Chianina. It's a white big animal, and I live in Florence, but having the States, I have the permission to move around. We've been also here planting recently. We have planted a newly vineyard this year. And we're planting right now some olive trees.
How much do one of those cows weigh?
These are big cows. These are in kilograms. They are over 450 kilograms. That is. I don't make it up now in pounds, but it's a hell of a lot of good weight, and they are grass-fed. So we started having cows since 2010 back. So now it's 10 years, and I must say that they have bring the life again to our estates. So not only vineyards, but also breeding animals, I must say, is absolutely beautiful. And you're able also to employ your people also through the year, caring about them, and it's also beautiful to have them around you. And they keep clean some areas where we would have found difficulties if we had to do it by machine or by hand. Generally, living in a nice environment and free range, they are much more easygoing, and they interact with humans much more nicely.
And probably they know the person that's feeding them as well, correct?
Indeed, they know it. They know him, they know his voice, and actually they know him. When they're fed by him, they're actually indeed very happy.
So besides the cows, who have you been on lockdown with?
In Florence, I've been locked with my family. So 2 of my 3 kids, my wife, and my dog, Brunello, that is absolutely the best part of the family, because he's always happy. Life in family, I must say, it's quite unusual, because when you've been traveling roughly 4 or 5 months a year regularly. When you are home, you are in the office from morning to evening. It's quite different. but it's also beautiful because there is a chance of doing things together. So weekends we pretty much cook bread, we do pizza, we do a number of things that we are all together in the kitchen. That is really the heart of the home.
So who is the best cook in your household?
You're talking with him. Without any doubts.
Amazing.
No, my daughter, she's very good also. I must say, no, she's very good. And what was Sunday? She cooked a beautiful also cheesecake.
A culinary family.
A culinary family. And I must say also, we open a lot of wine. Every evening we have a bottle of wine. Often we are now have a bunch of wines that they are from around the world, and that's also fun because I must say, well, one great thing about a bottle of wine is that you're not only tasting and drinking that wine, but with a bottle of wine. Last night I opened a bottle of coming from Crimea, Russia, and there we went with our with the iPad. We typed in the area, and so we saw nice pictures, and so with a bottle of wine, even though we are locked and boxed, we can actually fly around the world and see where that bottle of wine is. And it gives you also a good reason to talk about that bottle and to dream about that bottle and to dream about the places where that wine is coming from. So I opened bottles from California, from France, from Spain recently also, then had a couple of bottles from Portugal. In these last months, I actually traveled with my kids and with the iPad around the world, and with great fun, I must say.
No, you're absolutely right that we're traveling virtually and through taste right now, which is quite a different experience, but we can find something positive from it.
There are so many things going on out there that, as I said before, we've been planting, we have caterpillars preparing land, so I've been going to our fields. Then there are some things that they are locked, and those hurt us dramatically, like our restaurants with our chef here, Francesca, Alessandro. We've been also planning every possible menu from here, I believe, to Christmas 2022. Things are getting better. I must say that Italy was the first country that locked, and initially people were somewhat smiling to what Italy was doing. Honestly, we've seen with time that the scientists were right, and now things are getting much better. We have to be a little bit more patient, but we're going to get there.
Of course. So one thing that I wanted to bring up is I saw a video of Tuscany and wild boar were walking down the street in the middle of the day. Do you think that nature is reacting in a different way, or how the animals are reacting with the break from humans being out? It's almost like they're taking over. What do you think about that?
It's true. The animals are taking over. Being the cities very quiet, because people have been really respecting these rules. In Siena, Piazza del Campo, so the main square of Siena, that is grass is growing up again, and I believe that nobody saw grass between the stones for the last, I would say, hundreds of years. Nature is very strong, much stronger than what we believe. But one thing maybe we have to learn is to respect more those a larger part of areas that they have to be left at nature. In Tuscany, as a matter of fact, in the last 30 years, 18% of the total land of Tuscany has re-become forest. But definitely now, the message to us has become much more stronger.
So talking about wine,
I must say honestly, shall we open a bottle?
We should. What are you drinking today?
Let me grab a bottle. Yeah.
So, Lamberto, today is a very special day because it is 9 a.m. in New York. So
that's just about the right time to start to open bottles, isn't it?
Exactly, especially when you're on lockdown and you have nowhere to go.
Perfect. You had your latte a couple of hours ago.
Yes, I did.
And then now it's time to open a bottle. Even though you are out in the fields, when you open a bottle, no matter where you are, you should have a nice glass. Because if not, it's only you're only thirsty, and so you can drink from a regular glass or from the bottle itself. But a glass of wine, it's important. I believe that's the most important thing. Is to have the right things. So, are you doing it together with me?
Oh, I already poured mine. I'm ready.
Okay, very good.
What are we drinking, Lamberto?
So we are in Nipozzano. So we are drinking Nipozzano Riserva 2016. So we are in the area of Chianti Rufina. It's a sub-appellation of Chianti. It's a small appellation of this where we are. Rufina is the name of a little village, and Nipozzano is an historical place where vineyards have been here planted over 1,000 years ago.
You would pair steak with this wine?
No, I don't want to say it too loudly because I don't want them to understand. Because if not, they're gonna escape. But indeed, it's a great combination, but this is also what we have to learn again from what is happening these days, is to have also meat that is nicely grass-fed meat. You're not ingesting any kind of hormones or whatever that in some parts of the world are given to animals. And
there is no one who does farm to table like Italian people. You guys are the experts, that's for sure. So Lamberto, I have one final question for you. When this is all over, the lockdown, what is the first thing you're going to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go out to dinner, to restaurant, and I'm going to have a driver that night because I believe I'm going to drink a little bit more than what I should have to, and being together with friends that I've been talking to them on the phone or through FaceTime or whatever. We people, we are made to stay together, and I hope that also in big cities like New York or like other big cities around the world, where the cities are big, but sometimes you feel a little bit lonely. People will become a little more easy doing and understand how it's important to cultivate friendship.
Lamberto, thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to share wine with you today, and I can't wait to share either I come to Italy or you back in New York. I can't wait to have a glass with you in person.
Come here because I can't drink this bottle all myself, so
I'll be on the first plane.
Bottle of wine. I often say it should be printed in the back. It's forbidden to open a bottle of wine on your own. You always have to have it with friends and share it.
Cheers, Lamberto.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Bye.